Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brown and Brown Organic Farms. Today, I'm going to show you why composting and teeing your compost is most important. It is the beginning of May. So you hear that sound. This is 25 gallons of a flowering mix. 25 gallons of a flowering mix that I've got going on that I will be applying. Look at that rich brown color. That's why they call it tea, ladies and gentlemen, because of the color. But the key is oxygenating this so the plants get oxygen. Plants like to breathe too. Vegetable plants like to breathe especially. And since you are what you eat, I'm just going to go show you what I have going on. But the 1st of May. Right here is a jalapeno bush. I've had everything outside for about 2 weeks now. I mean, since the weather's been right enough to grow. I mean, and look at how lush and green. I mean, look at how it's beautiful. I mean, it's nice and big, and already that's at least about a good. And that's 3 plants. 3 plants right here, just jalapenos. As you see, they're flowering already, and I believe that's due to a fertilizer, not mix-up, but just a mix I was trying to make, which is a little too high in phosphorus, but it's okay. I mean, these plants are obviously sized big enough to support fruit. Got a little bit of cucumber coming up. Got some more in my indoor garden to be transplanted here very shortly, so I can get this entire mast full of cucumber. Now let's go into the garden a little bit. I've got 2 different types of kale. Dinosaur kale. Very anxious to try that and taste it. Haven't ever had it before. Of course, I don't want everything big all at the same time. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1st of May. A little bit of tomato over there. Snow pea, green bean, my extra row of it, planted in the rows as well over here, as you can see. I've got Roma, Brandywine, Jubilee tomato. Everything's just so luscious and green. It is very important. In order for you to get plants of this quality and this size very early, you must compost and tea. You don't must, but this is all completely organic. Now, one little secret I do use, guys, and we'll talk more about that on my next shoot. Just more green bean and pea coming up, and I've got these great. I'm thinking big, guys. I'm thinking, that's at least 8 feet or 10 feet. I'm thinking big. That's how I'm gonna have green walls out here. But one little secret I wanted to share with you is a thing called mycorrhizae fungus. And what it does is it attacks your root system and makes your root system multiply. So in order to be able to have big plants, you need a big root system. so your plants can eat good, so you can eat good. See, this is some of my dinosaur kale. Such a pretty plant. Can't wait to eat that green. That's gonna be on the plate very soon, guys. And got a big row of white onion. And the PVC's pipe is just the way I stationary feed. I don't want my vital nutrients sprawling all over the place where I don't want it. And I'm just very impressed with the color green of my tomato plants. So healthy, not a flaw. There's not a flaw in them. So stout and short. Once they get a little tall, it'll be amazing. This is my Brandywine, and it is, if I don't believe, oh yes, do we have a treat? It is already. It is already got tomatoes on it. These are very nice tomatoes. And look, a natural aphid killer. Look at that pretty ladybug. That's what nature's all about. Completely organic, guys. Right here I had a voluntary squash that came up beside my tomato plant and decided to keep it. It's so pretty. But over here, completely organic, Brown and Brown Organic Farms. I have squash zucchini, squash zucchini, squash zucchini, squash zucchini all the way back to the top. And I planted in the rows as well over here with straight zucchini. And just little pop-up plants. I mean, you can't beat the quality and the color of my plants right now. Everything's really, I mean, they're just starting to come along and catch on. I've got coffee from your local Starbucks. But just squash zucchini. And this one is just doing fantabulous. He just jumped out of nowhere, but I mean, everything's going fantabulous. 2 months from now, my garden should be insane. I'll be doing a week to week. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, such a pretty plant. The color. And I did have a little powdery mildew issue, as you can see, but I'm using neem oil and it's reversing it very quickly. Once again, we're going to go back to why I'm able to get these results. Compost tea. But here at Brown and Brown Organic Farms, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. As you can see what I got going on the 1st of May. Not bad for a third-year gardener. Also, I do believe this is an early girl, maybe. I've already got fruit. Such a beautiful day. It's been in the 90s all week, and my plants have just been eating up this sun. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good for the spring. Green bean, snow pea, sweet pea, just green. And I'm going to plant in the rows here. I've got stuff in my indoor garden as well, where I germ. Man, that dinosaur kale looks so delicious. One thing I forgot. This is red onion, and it's doing extremely well. Extremely well.